Claude's new skills feature turns AI from a chatbot into a toolkit. Let's see how far that actually goes. So Claude just quietly dropped something called skills, basically little brains you can bolt into it. Think of them as plugins, but way more unique. And Anthropic just gave us 10 of them, from coding machines to art generators, and I'm about to rapid fire test them all. So let's take a look at the list. Each skill is like giving Claude a second personality. So it could be a designer, it could be painting algorithmic art, it could be writing Slack GIFs, and I'm not making any of these up. This is all in the capabilities section of your settings. First, you need to go into settings, go into capabilities, and turn on skills. Now it comes with preloaded skills. Let's take a look. First, algorithmic art, creating algorithmic art using P5.js with a seeded randomness and interactive parameter exploration. Use this when users request creating art using code, generative art, algorithmic art, flow fields, or particle systems. Create original algorithmic art rather than copying existing artists' work to avoid copyright violations. Let's take a look. To use each skill, you just need to click on, and then you can go try and chat, and it opens a new chat. Hey Claude, I just added algorithmic art skill. Can you make something amazing with it? Let's see what it comes up with. It's coming up with an algorithmic philosophy. The universe speaks in frequencies. Every particle, every wave, every quantum fluctuation carries a signature rhythm that propagates through space-time. Cosmic resonance is the algorithmic expression of this fundamental truth. Now I'll create the interactive generative art piece that brings this philosophy to life. Now with Sonnet 4.5, this seems to be happening very fast. All right, it's given us the Cosmic Resonance HTML. All right, this reminds me of those old screensavers on like the old Apple computers. Let's turn it all the way up. Let's turn all these dials up. All right, so all we have is an oscillator with a seed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try another one. Let's try a random seed. All right, this is Cosmic Resonance from the Claude skills. Back in the skills page, we have Artifacts Builder, a suite of tools for creating elaborate multi-component Claude AI HTML artifacts using modern front-end web technologies, React, Tailwind, CSS, Shad CN/UI, used for complex artifacts requiring state management, routing, Shad UI components, not for simple single file HTML JSX artifacts. Let's turn it on and try it out. It says, I've created something amazing for you. View your Solar System Explorer. And you can click open, and it will open in your browser. It gives facts about the planets. It's animated. Let's do camera distance change. Well, it doesn't seem to be working, but this was pretty neat, and it took 35 seconds to build. So let's see what's next. Let's move on to the next feature. The third feature is brand guidelines. Now, this is Claude's now a graphic designer that is focused on applying fonts, and it uses Anthropic's official typography and color rules to anything you want to make. So you could make a brand, or you could apply color guidelines and style guidelines for a company design. Let's just see the default try and chat. All right, this one's probably the most boring, but it is an Anthropic brand showcase, and you can save it as a JavaScript file. All right, let's move on to the next feature. The third feature is canvas design, and it's about eye candy for what the Claude can now output PDFs and PNGs using visual design philosophy, which makes up for a lot of where it was lacking before, where it couldn't generate images like the other LLMs. So it's going to create posters, landing pages, thumbnails. So let's see if it can create something, and let's see what the default sample is. I don't know what this is. It's a PDF with dots and lines with a design philosophy documentation. Internal comms is a set of resources to help me write all kinds of internal communications using the formats that my company likes. We'll skip that. MCP Builder. MCP Builder is a guide for creating high-quality MCP model context protocol servers that enable LLMs to interact with external services through well-designed tools. Let's test this one out. This one basically allows your Claude to communicate with other APIs. All the things, this is taking the longest. All right, let's take a closer look at this because it took forever. It gave me a complete MCP server implementation for GitHub with 10 fully functional tools, a README, quick start, project summary. This is the most comprehensive thing that these skills have given me so far. Let's look at the Claude desktop configuration example. Okay, it's opening in VS Code. Opening the README. Okay, you can search repositories. All right, we're going to talk about this at the end of the video about how to use these tools. The next one is one that I'm going to make a follow-up video on. It's a skill creator, and this is where you create skills that you can upload into your Claude desktop app, I believe also in the web app. It's a guide for creating effective skills. This skill should be used when users want to create a new skill or update an existing skill that extends Claude's capabilities with specialized knowledge, workflows, or tool integrations. Let's see what the sample is. I'm going to add some more context on the samples. I'm an author and curriculum developer for ESL books and courses. Give me something useful for that. It feels like I'm making a custom GPT. But let's see if it comes up with a skill that I can then upload to the skills and use in my normal day job. Okay, this one stopped me. Skill Creator isn't just a tutorial. It's actually making a new skill for me from scratch. I'm building something for an ESL Curriculum Builder tailored to my teaching style. So this is taking about a minute. Creating a question generator script. Now I'm wondering here if it's using context, because recently Claude was given the ability to remember things from across different chats. So it may have said, okay, it didn't say that it searched my other chats, but I have created, for example, HTML presentations for certain levels using CFR levels. It looks like it is using CEFR levels. So maybe it did reference that, unless it's just referencing best practices. Let's see what kind of tool it creates for me. All right, it says it's done. I've created a professional grade toolkit specifically designed for ESL curriculum developers and textbook authors. Here's what you get. You can download your skill. 4 powerful scripts: vocabulary exercise generator, reading passage creator, text level analyzer, question generator. CFR guidelines are the reference materials to activity types catalog with 40 plus activities, ready to use assets. So you can try it now. And this is beautiful. It gave me a lot of things to work with. So let's download the zip. Now the zip file is the file that you need to upload to your skills. So if you go back to settings and go to capabilities, you can upload a skill. It has to be a zip file, and there is my skill right in the skills, right next to all the Anthropic tools. So we're going to go into a deep dive video next about how that looks, and we're going to try to make a couple more. Let's move on to see what happens with the Slack GIF creator. Actually, let's go back to that and see what else it did, what else it gave us as samples, because it says that it gave us sample outputs. So it gave me a vocabulary exercises for level B1. Okay, so this is a standard vocabulary worksheet. It gave me a quick start guide. That's opening in VS Code. It's a markdown file. And it gave me a README. You can download all. This is beautiful. In the next video, I'm going to be taking a deep dive into how to utilize your own tools. I'm going to give samples of how I can use my own tools, but let's move on to Slack GIF Creator. Now, Slack GIF Creator is making animations for Slack, so you can generate looping emojis or micro animations straight from text. So I don't think this is a highly necessary one, but let's see what it comes up with. My baseball league has been rained out 4 weeks in a row, so I want to make something that's a GIF for our chat that is about that. So let's see what it comes up with. All right, that one was the fastest one so far. We can view our GIF. Rained out again, rained out again, rained out again. Okay, I mean, that's exactly what I expected. You can download it and you can put it into your group chat. So it's 476 KB. That's it's quite short. That was an interesting skill, and I'm not sure if I will ever use that, but let's move on to the next skill. Now the last skill is Theme Factory. Theme Factory is your shortcut to slide aesthetics. So it has 10 preset color themes that apply to any HTML or visual artifact you've built. So let's turn this on, try it in chat, and this one's not working with my uploaded HTML file, so maybe it's better at making it from scratch. Let's just try the default standard. this one's still not working, and maybe I'm just overusing Claude right now. So yeah, Claude skills aren't just cute demos, they're basically just like custom GPTs, they're modular brains that turn it from a chatbot into a toolkit. So you could design, you could code, you could brand, and export all inside one interface. And this is just the preloaded list. I've only uploaded one of my custom skills, the ESL Curriculum Builder, and follow along in my next videos for how we can make our own skills, and I'm going to test some of my industry-specific skills out. Thanks for watching.